afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Koi Cupcakes. How we doing? And you, Stoke Koi Adventures. I see you. How we doing? Go over and pop over and see Neil at Stoke Koi Adventures. Tell him a Twisted one sent you. Well, I'm actually here with the star. Isn't that right, Besley? Just a shame you had to bring the humans with you. Especially that one. Well, I can't.
Don't dare show my milk bottle legs.
Wait, you mean these ones? Extreme close up. Well, Andy and Graham have brought Susan a beautiful present. Absolutely stunning.
No, but what happens is, if you're doing a smaller,
so yeah, what size is he? Put you down a sec.
I think it was about 38.
30?
There's so much milk on this side.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
30 cm.
It's been 28 hours. My glass on,
That's some bloody growth on it, though, boy.
It certainly has. So it's been in the bunker about 26.
36, 30. You almost got you almost got me to say 36, 36 cm then. But yep, 30 cm of absolutely a-okey loveliness. And Graham has named this one Okie Dokie. So, Okie Dokie it is. Now, I have full trust and faith in this man, and he has scraped this fish before he brought it down, so therefore it's going to go straight into the main pond. And with Andy as my witness, I did give Susan the option to put it in the Tosai tank in the salt.
You did.
Or in the main pond, and she was that giddy because it's that fucking pretty. She went, I want it in the main pond. So off it goes. We'll come back to you in a bit.
The next day.
Well, what a glorious afternoon, and welcome back to Twisted Koi Cupcakes. How we doing out there? And you, Rich Decoy, I see you. Pop over at the Rich Decoy. Give him a thumbs up on one of his videos. Give him a subscribe. Fuck, that sun's fucking bright off of that white. Who in there? And tell him the Twisted one sent you. Who had the bright idea to paint all the walls fucking white? Oh my word. Well, didn't get a lot of video doing yesterday, as you would have noticed, but yeah, we had an absolutely awesome day with Bisley and the two humans. Love you, Huggy. But yeah, we were sat there gassing away, and I think it was Graham turned around and said, we're going to have to make a move in a minute, it's about 2:30, and Susan went, no, it's more like 6 o'clock, and he was like, bug what? Yep, but Susan's not here to say a big thank you, but she did say a really big thank you yesterday, because Andy and Graham brought her down a really nice Kajaku, settled in absolutely lovely. And talking about other YouTubers, I've got to say another big shout out to my man Daz from Skegness Pond Supplies. As you know, I called him up Friday afternoon. Daz, I need some fluke salt and I need some malachite green and formalin. And he's like, yeah, I'll sort it out for you. Halfway through the afternoon, Andy's gone out the back gate to take Bisley for a walk on the path, and he's like, there's a delivery for a few Vince. Not fucking expecting a delivery the weekend. Would you believe it? My fucking Flucasol, not even 24 hours, cupcakes. Not even 24 hours. So yeah, from me, Daz, you know, always, but yeah, I didn't expect to be able to get a treatment of Flucasol in there until Monday afternoon. But literally, opened the box up, realised what it was, and bang, we banged the treatment straight in. Everyone's perked up. There is still the odd little flick from one or two of the bigger ones, but the pond is looking absolutely gorgeous. I made up a munga mix yesterday with the old Takazumi Mix and the Takazumi Junior Premium, and there must have been about that much in there, and including some that's gone into the grown on tank. They've polished a lot already, and they're wanting even more. But look, aren't they? Look at my Issa shower now. Oh my word! But yeah, my Mr. Makashi. That's the daddy to the last of the fry that I've got. There's 3 in there. I will be keeping 2, so one will be available for moving on very soon. It is actually an Achiba, but it's a fairly dark Achiba at the moment, so you're not really going to notice him till he starts getting to a bigger size. But once he starts getting to that bigger size, oh, the scaling on it is lovely, and it's a big it's just the biggest one out of the 3 that's in there. I'm keeping the Chagoy, and pop across to Andy Darby Coy's next video, because he will have that on his video if I remember rightly. And yeah, that's got some fucking gorgeous scalation in it, absolutely gorgeous scalation, and yeah, can't wait to get that in here. But they've got until the end of the week, and then I can start scraping them, by which time I'm hoping my grill will arrive, and we can start sorting out some of these fry. Because what I did was the pre-soaked Munga Mix pellets that I feed the main pond and the growing on tank, I put a couple in the IBC tank, and they're soft anyway because they've soaked up the liquid that's full of the Munga Mix. And stood watching here ones, beat the shit out of them, pecking little bits off them. But I will get some in the net later on today. But we really are starting to see some really nice patterns. We put a few in the net for Andy yesterday. So what I'll do is I'll actually net some out, and we'll put them in the green bowl, and we'll have a look. I've got the air pump on a timer, so it's 2 hours on, 2 hours off, 24 hours a day. That way it gives them a little bit of a rest as well. Like I say, they're looking and acting absolutely wicked. She had her filter done yesterday, but she's looking a hell of a lot better. And we'll get in there and cleaning the glass later, but she's going to come out later, and we're going to give that a little bit of a treatment. There is one dead scale there, if you look very carefully, and that dead scale is actually over the top of the hole. But my all adhesive powder also arrived yesterday. All adhesive powder. Once it comes into contact water, it goes like a plaster. So yeah, we'll be doing that later, but we won't be doing that until the temperatures fucking cool down. That's for sure. But what I am going to get done is I am finally going to get this noisy ass fucking air pump out of my filter house, because it is driving me a doodally tap. Like I say, these in here are doing a great guns. Turn the stones off and you'll see they've just had a bloody good filter clean and a water change. Little sprinkle of food. That's on a clean. That's on a clean every day now, once a day, and that is at the moment every 3rd day. But that being said, with the amount of fucking food they're going through at the moment, it's not surprising. It's an easy box, you've got to get used to it. But that's where we're at. So I'm going to sort some tools out, and I'll probably pick you back up once I've disassembled this lot. Hey, how we diddling cupcakes. Oh look, smudge. Yeah, it's better, I can see it now. Anyway, I'm getting there, plodding along, roasting my mayonnaise off. But I've got the new pump running on the airlift, and it will also be used for the cleaning of the ease pod, and that's going to be on its own switch now. I did have the pumps all on one switch, but what I want to be able to do, fucking sorry now, I'm going to open that door again, is I put them on separate switches, so then when I'm cleaning, the air will still be going into the bio bin, and it will also be going into the tank, especially when the temperatures are like this. But yeah, the long block looks like a fucking shithole at the moment, but let's spin you around. So that one's hung from the shelf there. It's in the out bin, so stuck in a dickhead. Right. So he's hanging, and the reason he's hanging because he's only got 3 feet and he vibrates like a motherfucker. New one is running all tickety-boo, and literally that goes straight from the pump, straight into the airlift, and then from there straight into the cleaning part for the Easy Pod. Man, that K1 is gonna fucking boil. And then what I did with the 70 is I split it. I've got a valve tap there, and I've got a valve tap there, so I can get the air exactly the way I want it. Exactly the way I want it on both vessels. In doing that, I reckon I can get a bit more media in there, which would be fucking awesome. Now I've changed the air pump as well, I'll be able to get a little bit more media in there, like these two here. Pond and fish are loving it. We've had 2 bottom drain Tempest boils, 1 skimmer Tempest boil, 2 boils at the Easy Pod, skimmer Easy Pod, and then I have topped up a little high, but watch these all come running over. Look, here they come. They're like, Dad, give me food. But the pond itself is looking good. Give you a little bit, because it will disappear by the time it gets to the skimmer. And I just love the fact that the little ones feel confident enough to come up with the bigger ones when food gets chucked in. Betty is looking absolutely stunning. Hey Betty. Oh, pellets are going to end up in the skimmer. No, they're not. I'm not wasting koi food. There we go, turn that off. Talking about koi food and koi stuff, all my medications are going to be coming out of here and going into the other shed, because it's getting too dang hot in here. The water test kit will come out as well. I mean, it's 31 degrees in here, and the tank without the heater on is sitting at 22 almost, so yeah, no issues there. And like I said, I really want to wait till it cools down before I get this girl out and give her a go over. As you can see, if you look through the green, she's coming along absolute great guns. But we'll see her in the bowl a bit later. But yeah, hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday. Hoshkin show is starting to put on some size now. Yes, really happy with that. The new Shiro is looking really good, apart from where it damaged his tail, where he decided to do a bit of a free willy. So we're going to have a check over him later when it cools down as well. Won't be long and we'll be able to take her out of there and get her back in with the with the rest of the family and get the others moved back across, ready for the big move round of the growing on tank. So yeah, if everything is nice and clean, touching wood, on Friday we'll be moving the residents out of the growing on tank and into the tow-side tank and the main pond, just so I can start getting that system ready, so I can start moving some of these fry over, which we are going to have a look at later as well. Some of them on there. I sent a couple of little videos to Ricky, and he's like, "That's interesting." So, see, just goes to show you can get good ones. That lot's gone already. Really pleased. Snow Asagi is starting to do a bit of a spurt now. As you can see, yeah, babies, you don't like it when there's loads of people around, do you? They get all boisterous, don't they, girls? Huh? Oh, and boys. And I'm going to have to double check out. Penny to a pound, she is female, but she keeps chasing after a couple of couple of females. Keeps chasing them round. So yeah, I'm just gonna double check, but I'm almost positive, 99.9%, that she's a she, not a he. Definitely putting on some size now. And while we're on the subject of feeding, I've decided that I'm going to take the auto feeder that I've used once so far off of the growing on tank, and the reason for that is they're on Takazumi Junior Premium. I give them a bit of floating food every now and then. You know, if there's, I give them Munga Mix, which is basically, I do a combination of the Takazumi Junior and Takazumi mix that I have when I make up a Munga Mix. I use a cup or two of them, and then I use after 3/4 of a cup of the Takazumi Junior Premium, which is a 2 ml pellet that sinks. Now, I didn't actually test it before I switched it on to see exactly how much it dropped. I just set it up on its lowest settings, and yeah, the amount it dropped out was unbelievable. So yeah, I don't think I'll be using it on here, because I'm in and out of here all day, every day, Christ knows how many times a day, like the IBC tank. I've got a cup of baby brine shrimp decapsulated in a cup, and the air pump, like I said, is on a rotation, 2 hours on, 2 hours off. So every time I go past and the air pump's on, I give the cups to pour some in. I go fucking absolutely batshit for it. So in fact, I haven't even checked the temperatures today. Well, that says it's 20.6, but the Inkbird says it's 21.6. Crazy. So let's go out here. Now, I know just through experience that the tow-side tank always sits 2 degrees higher than the main pond. Now, the main pond is sitting at 22.6. 26.4 in there. And we'll switch the air back on for her in a second. And then over here, you see all these little ones, look. That's 23.4. You seem to have all the little ones on that side and all the bigger ones on this side nibbling away at the floating pellets. They'll all start coming up again once I stand back. Can see them up the back. All just nipping at the pellets as they're going round. Like I say, that's decapsulated baby brine shrimp. Literally give it a good stir so they're all suspended, and then just tip a bit in there because that's where the air stone is, and it just distributes it everywhere. And the bigger ones eat them as well, you know, that's not just for the baby ones, the bigger ones will eat it as well. But if I take my shadow off the tank, you'll find they'll all start coming back. Here they come. It seems the bigger ones congregate on this back edge and the little ones stay along this side here. But at the same time, they do the same as the fryer at Ricky's, I've noticed, is they actually follow the sun. Seriously, first thing in the morning, you can see them, but they're down lower. But as soon as the sun starts hitting the tank, that's it. They're up and about off the floor. And slowly getting to the point now where I'm not catching many in the air, he says. 3. 3 in that scoop. No, 1 scoop and 3 is not bad. I've got to do that in a minute anyway, once I've finished with all these airline pump stuff. Hey, see Betty, she loves it. The only problem is, she's going to cost me a fortune in a 1 metre fucking measuring bowl, that's for sure. Because she ain't going to fit in my 65 centimetre, not comfortably, I don't think. Same with the Sorghoi, she definitely put on some size. But they're only going to come out if they need to until the end of the season, sort of like November. I'd like to do mine. That way I get an idea. But this year what I will do is I will measure them and catalogue them like I normally do in around November. But just before the season starts, I am going to do another measurement because, like I've said on previous videos, I'm almost positive they put on body and size over the winter this year. And the only thing I can put that down to is the way I fed, not just last summer, but last autumn as well. So I'm going to do exactly the same and have been doing exactly the same, other than, look at this, she fucking moved. Yeah, Saggy in there in the grass, getting the old water louse things out. But she's the fucking lily destroyer, that one. Mind you, she's starting to look like a fucking submarine destroyer and all. And that's another thing I've noticed. One thing I have noticed since let me sit down a minute. Since using and feeding the Takazumi with the soaked in the Munga mix, I've found that I'm getting even less waste. So that to me tells me that, one, they're getting more out of it, because if they're actually using more out of it, then they produce even less waste. And like Ricky said, he's found that they, with the Munga mix, they eat twice as much, twice as quick. And is it because it's softer? Who knows? But what I do know is they fucking love it. Susan don't like the smell, but they fucking love it. She ain't gonna like it when I start using liquid kelp in there as well. Just waiting for some Bacto Plus clay to come, because that and some liquid kelp. I know Ricky doesn't use it all the time, but he does put it in there, and because that was on the list that he sent me. So yeah, I am going to give it a try with the old liquid kelp. Don't know how it's going to smell. Considering it's seaweed, I would have thought it smelled goddamn fucking awful. But anyway, on that note, I've got to run some cables and pull some cables out, because I'm going to have to disconnect the auto feeder, and then I'm going to use the power line from that to feed the second air pump. So on that note, enough of my waffle. I'm going to go and get another glass of juice, and we'll catch up to you in a bit. Well, we're all back to neat and tidy in here, and I'm quite pleased with myself. I haven't taken all of the auto feeder down. I'll probably do that tomorrow now. But they're having a good old munch on the old mealworms and black soldier fly larvae. But look at that flow coming out of there now. So yeah, it might not all be running on one pump, but it is one complete system running on nothing but air pumps. But yeah, food's in here, and me Peter tribute is up. Really do miss Cham, don't you think about going out that gate, young lady? Yes, you. Huh? You wagging your tail for? You tough bitch. But yeah, these are loving life. They've just had a handful of mealworm soldier fly mix. And then they'll demolish another handful. So next job for me is, oh look, yeah, it has come on, look. And give me a little cup of stir. With the cup of rinse out. Jobs are fish. No. Jobs are good. No. That's Scragster and that's Andy. So, well, cupcakes. Don't want to get done for plagiarism, do I? Oh, I don't know. But yes, next weekend, the National. Looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. Definitely. So, yeah. I will be going to the National on the Sunday, and it looks like I'll be going up with Ricky from New Forest, and I think Rocket Boy from Koikama. So yeah, 3 of us should be going up. I tell you what, I love looking at this. I want to do more to it. I really do want to do more to it. Maybe down the panel. What do you reckon? I think that'd look pretty darn swish. I can't do any now because I'm out of black now. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Really am pleased with that. And don't talk to me about that. Fucking picked it up, drove it home, parked it up, didn't drive it all the next day, went in it to take the daughter home, and it was like clack, 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 clack. You're fucking joking. So yeah, you're going to get some fucks fired into them tomorrow, that's for sure. I'm not happy. 5 months and a day they've had that car, and I still can't fucking drive it. And they fucking, yeah, we won't go there on the fucking price. Jesus Christ. Anyway, enough of my flapping my gums. I'm going to let them have their munch, and then we'll bowl some up and we'll have a look for a few, shall we? Well, how we diddling. Gonna have to give give this girl another day in the salt, because I've just been to the cupboard and I've only got a little bit of sedate, so I'll have to get some clove oil in the morning. Tomorrow's manga mix has been made. A mixture there of Takazumi Junior Premium and Takazumi Mix. And they fucking love it. Absolutely love it. In here we're doing really well. They've perked right up. That's boiling absolutely lovely. So we get my little white pan there, and I've got a few fishes in the bowl. A few that have caught my eye. Down a second, there we go. Got a lovely little pattern on it. I think this one is the biggest one we've got at present. And it is metallic. And it even looks like it's got a bit of ginnering in there as well. Yeah, really interested on that one. And then we'll have a little mixture, shall we? Zoom it out, you dickhead. No, don't zoom it out, I don't want to be able to see. But you can make out patterns. Let's say, just waiting to be able to start shifting the likes of these over to the growing on tank. You've got some that have got real standout patterns on them. Little one there's got Coochie Benny. And if you look carefully, you can see the red patterning over what's going to be Matsuba Robin. I'm doing it through the net because the water is slightly murky because it's green. Let me put you down a second. I'll get these last ones out of the bowl into the net. And there goes the bowl. But we've got a real nice one there. Got a beautiful pattern coming up on it already. Even on that one you can see the breaks in the pattern, see the white coming through. So yeah, leave them to it. They'll get a little little spritz of food in a bit. But on that note, folks, that's me done and dusted for today. What I've got to do is get the munga mix put into the growing on shed, and I can go and relax. So as always, cupcakes, I've been Twisted Koi. You lot out there, you are always great. And I will catch you either tomorrow doing the Tancho, or later on in the week. Have a good one, guys.
That's all, cupcakes.